Hi guys, I just wanted to give you all a health update, and yes, I am on the floor. I'm kind of like losing my mind here. I mean, my hair is like a mess. I'm like really stressed out. Um, yeah, so I'm just like on the floor right now. I just didn't want to sit on the bed because I was out. I went to Sprouts and HEB to go buy some things that I needed. So like I don't like to be on my bed when I'm out because of like the whole COVID virus thing. So I'm on the floor right now because I'm gonna shower after this. But guys, I am so freaking stressed. Like it's just bad. And I have a headache right now. I'm confused. I don't know what to do anymore. I kind of just like ran out of options, I guess. But I'm trying not to stress out because the more I stress, it's gonna affect my health and affect my stomach, but I can't help it. I just can't control all my worries, all my thoughts, and all of my um, stress issues right now. But I mean, I do have anxiety and depression, and I don't think I talked about this on my channel like enough. I know I mentioned it on my Instagram and my Facebook. I struggle with depression and anxiety a lot, and it's just horrible. I don't really like to talk about it as often, or like my personal life, but I feel like I just can't not talk about it. Like I know I have friends that I can talk to, but I feel like I don't want to talk to them about my problems because they're already going through a lot as it is with like their own stuff, I guess, that I don't want to put my stress on them. So yeah, and I just feel like I just needed to talk about this because I'm not going to be, of course, consistent with content again. I know I mentioned it before, but I really can't be consistent at the moment. Right now my life is a mess. My health is a mess. I need to like focus on myself at the moment. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get better. Like I really don't. But let me just start off with something. I was actually gonna do a video for you all. I had a YesStyle video that I was gonna do because I got sent a $100 rewards coupon from YesStyle, and I bought a lot of things with that, and I was gonna do like a YesStyle haul with that, basically showing you all what I bought. And I was at the apartment because I wanted to see if I can handle being over there like for a bit. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying because my mom came in. But yeah, I tried to handle it on my own at the apartment. Like I thought I was gonna be like okay, or like I felt better, you know. So I went to the apartment, and no, I ended up feeling sick again. I ended up having pain actually in my upper abdominal area on the left side, and it just started hurting. I felt very nauseated. And when I was filming the video that I was gonna film for you all, the YesStyle haul, I was so bloated. I'm not even kidding. Like I looked like I was pregnant, and I will post up a picture somewhere on here showing you all how bloated I was. It was just awful. And I knew something was wrong with me because I was bloated, I didn't feel well, I had pain in my upper abdominal on the left side, and I was like, okay, something is seriously wrong. You know, like I don't feel very well, like at all. So I came back home to my parents because once again, you know, my boyfriend works a lot, so he can't really like look after me or anything in case something happens, like an emergency. And I have this thing where I just really can't be alone because I'm like so scared of an emergency happening. Like I pass out or I faint while I'm by myself, and I don't really have anybody there just in case an emergency happens. So that's like one of my fears. I guess it's part of like my anxiety issues. So my mom, I came back to my parents' house. I feel like a baby, but I mean I had to because I need to be in a safe area where I know there'll be help like right away. You know, if there's like an emergency, like right away my dad will be there, you know, and stuff like that. Anyways, so after I came back to my parents, I went to the hospital. And guys, oh my god, I struggle with doctors down here. They're really not the best. I went to the hospital near my area where I live, where my parents live. And they just like assumed that it was like gastritis, so they gave me some Pepcid and they gave me a GI cocktail, and basically that stuff is horrible. It numbs your entire mouth and it's just horrible. And when they gave it to me, my blood pressure actually lowered. It went down. My heart rate lowered. I think it went down to like 59 beats per minute, I think, which was very strange for me because I have like a high heart rate. It's usually between like 90s or 100, and when I take my heart pills it goes down to like 70s or 80s. So when they gave me the GI cocktail, my blood pressure dropped and so did my heart rate, and I just suddenly got so dizzy. Like they were gonna discharge me, but because of what they did, like what they gave me, I felt so sick. Like I couldn't even walk. Like if I were to try to walk I would fall. Like it was just bad. Like I was so scared. Everything was like spinning. So the nurse came in to give me a soda and some water. The doctor came in and he was like, oh yeah, I probably should have told you, but the medicine we gave you was a strong medicine. And I'm like, yeah, like you could have told me that earlier, but he didn't warn me. So there's that. So I was pretty pissed, not only because he didn't tell me that the medicine was very strong, and he also barely pointed out that I was slightly dehydrated, and he said that like that probably caused it. Well, the medicine probably caused it. So I was very, very pissed. And then the second thing that made me so mad about this doctor was he was going based on a guessing type of thing. Like, of course, like he felt like the abdominal area to see where it hurt, but he didn't do a CT scan, he didn't do an x-ray, none of that. He just went based on my history of gastritis, and he was like, oh, it was like you said, it was just gastritis. And like I did not specifically say, hey, it's gastritis. I said, I don't know if it is gastritis, but I don't think it is because this pain seems different. So he just went based on what I said and based on my past history of medical issues. And he was like, oh, I think you're right. It's just gastritis. Oh, that got me so mad because I also had like chest pain that day along with the abdominal pain, and I had told the nurse, I was like, no, my chest still hurts. Like my chest still hurts. I'm not feeling any better. My upper abdominal still hurts like extremely bad. And the nurse basically said, oh, well, he already discharged you. So basically, in a sense, she was saying there's nothing more we can do. Like, just go home. So yeah, I went back home. Still in pain. Like the severity of the pain that I had was like a 10, and it just sucked. So I went to my cardiologist to be sure it wasn't my heart, but it wasn't my heart. The nurse or whatever it was, like, I don't know, the doctor was basically like, it's not your heart, it's your heart's fine. They did an EKG because like I have heart problems, so I just wanted to be sure it wasn't that because of the chest pain. So I can rule that out. It wasn't my heart. I don't know why I had chest pain. I really don't know. Maybe it was from the abdominal pain that I was having. I'm not too sure. So, after that, I went back home. Oh, well, the nurse explained to me, or the doctor, she explained to me how the chest pain could be coming from my digestive area. And she was really smart. I actually loved having her as a doctor because she was very understanding. She was listening to me. I was telling her my issues, and she drew a picture of the stomach and the intestines, and she's like explaining to me how her son has had a upper abdominal pain like me, and she was basically told me it could possibly be a blockage. And I know this is gonna sound gross, but it could be a blockage of constipation. So she recommended me to take magnesium citrate, to get all of that, out. I don't mean to be gross. I know it's TMI, so that's what happened. So I tried doing that, and it did work. The pain was going away, but then it just came back again, and it was so severe. The abdominal pain was severe. So I called my boyfriend and I was like, hey, can you take me to a bigger hospital, because I'm tired of the hospital near me. They don't really do anything, and they always go based on my symptoms. They usually dismiss my symptoms too as just anxiety, and that's what I don't like about a lot of doctors down here. Hold on. Anyways, so down here, well, I don't know, like I've heard other people tell me their same experiences when they have health issues, but a lot of the times when you're someone that has mental illnesses like depression and anxiety, oftentimes they dismiss whatever you feel as just anxiety, and they're like, here, it's just anxiety, take this medication, you know, and then they'll just like send you home. Like, that's how it's been for me. Or like, I have doctors that stare at me like I'm crazy or I'm making up my illnesses, and they'll just like dismiss everything, and it's just like, what? Or like they'll be like, oh, your blood work's fine, you know, everything's great, your kidneys are fine, you're not anemic, okay, so like everything's great. And I'm like, yeah, just peachy, and I feel like shit basically. So I just come back home, and yeah, that's oftentimes they do that to me, and I hate it like so much. And I'm not the only one that has this problem. Other people have experienced this problem, especially ones that have like mental illnesses. They always like dismiss them, and they're like, it's just anxiety, you know, and it's just, it pisses me off so much. So anyways, I basically, like I said, I called up my boyfriend, told him to take me to a bigger hospital because I can't take this pain anymore. So I went, and oh my god, I was like so scared because people there were sick, and I was like, god, I hope I don't get like COVID virus or something. Like, I had my mask on, I was like freaking out. I was also getting a panic attack because everybody was like sick, and I'm just like I'm so scared. Like, I don't want to get the virus like at all because I'm already having all these health issues. The last thing I need is the COVID virus right now. So I was freaking out. But I had this doctor, he was listening to me, and I'm glad he listened. And I'm glad that he went to work just like that. He's like, all right, we don't need to do blood work because I already know your blood work is great. You've already done like so many other tests with your blood work. You're fine. You're great with that. So they just did a urine test just to make sure I wasn't pregnant because they wanted to do an x-ray. So they made me do an x-ray, and I'm like, finally, like a doctor who's actually going to help me, because I've been dealing with this problem for like a week straight at the time that I was in pain. And so they did an x-ray, and I know, as gross as this sounds, he told me that I was extremely backed up, like basically constipated. So I had like so much pain, and that explains why I was like so bloated. But I mean, I feel like this constipation is like abnormal in a way because the pain is so bad. Like, I was crying, and I still cry sometimes because like it hurts. Like, it really hurts a lot, and it sucks, you know. And I mean, in the past I had a history of IBS. So I had a history of IBS before. Well, they diagnosed me that with like last year. They diagnosed me with IBS. My gastroenterologist did not diagnose me with IBS, but they diagnosed me with that at the hospital that I stayed at last year. And I called my gastroenterologist because I want to make sure if the diagnosis was correctly. But I mean, I feel like the diagnosis correctly. I really do think I do have IBS, along with gastritis and acid reflux, because I've been diagnosed with acid reflux and gastritis. But IBS, I want to be sure if I really do have that with my gastroenterologist, because sometimes doctors, they just typically diagnose me like, I don't know, I can't explain it. But so I wanted to see my gastro because I'm still having abdominal pain, right? Like, you know, right now I still have abdominal pain. It comes and goes. At night, it's the worst. It is literally the worst. And I know it's going to be TMI, but if I try to pass gas, whether that's burping or the other way around, my abdominal like hurts even more. Like, it really hurts. And yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with. And anyways, I cannot see my gastroenterologist because he's booked, and I won't be able to see him till like August, which sucks. So I'm kind of like out of options, and I feel a little helpless right now, and I'm like really, really stressed. Honestly, guys, I'm just so stressed. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I've been eating healthy foods. Like, well, for starters, last week I was on a liquid diet, which was very hard. I was drinking like bone broth. I was doing what I do usually for like gastritis, even though it's not gastritis happening to me right now. So I was doing that, and then after that I started eating like fruits. I'm eating vegetables, and I lost weight, which really sucks. I'm really sad about that because I actually had reached my goal of 100 pounds. I was really, really happy because in the past I have always been underweight. I've struggled with gaining weight. So the fact that I was at 100 pounds, which was a goal that I really wanted to get, made me so happy. And then I lost weight, so I'm back at 97 pounds. I was at 98, I lost a pound. And even though, like, I lost a pound, I'm still really upset at the fact that I'm not 100 pounds. Actually, no, not 1 pound. Because I was at 98 recently. And then I dropped down to 97. Before all of this happened, I was at 100 pounds. So I did lose some weight. And I'm really upset because I don't want it to go back to the way I was, I guess. So that's what's been going on. And today I bought some aloe vera juice and some chia seeds as well as flax seeds. I hope I said that right. So I'm trying to go on a healthy diet, you know, getting a lot of fiber. Hopefully that'll help me. I hope the pain like subsides eventually, because I don't want to be like this for a while. My dad said it's gonna take some time. Even the doctor told me it's gonna take some time. The doctor at the hospital basically said it's gonna take time to heal, and it is, because I know the intestines, like, they basically stretch, especially if you're like constipated. So like, I guess in a way it kind of like causes inflammation. I don't know, I'm just guessing, I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what happens, and that's why you end up sore. So I don't know, I've been going through that. And then today I got a call from my doctor, my primary care doctor. I was talking to her, and I'm confused. I'm really confused and so frustrated because one doctor told me I didn't have a urine infection. My urine culture came back negative and all that stuff. And then the other doctor at my primary care that saw me, they're like practitioners. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it. So the other one that called me today was like, oh, you do have a little bit of a urine infection. Your culture came back like with some bacteria. Like, it's a little bit, but not too much. And I was confused because at the hospital, I didn't have a urine infection either. So I'm just like, okay, one doctor told me I didn't have a urine infection. Even the urine culture, it was fine. This doctor tells me I have a urine infection and is sending me antibiotics and lowering the dosage, and I'm just like, I don't want to take antibiotics because I'm having upper abdominal pain, and antibiotics causes constipation. So I feel like it's all just gonna make everything worse. So I don't even want to take the medicine. Right now my main focus is my stomach. I want to heal that first. I want to be able to heal my gut first before I take any other antibiotics. Whether or not I do have a urine infection, I don't know. They confused me. One says no, one says yes. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I'm frustrated. So I'm just gonna focus on my gut health first and drink lots of fluids, do anything I can naturally. Hopefully I get out the urine infection by myself naturally. If I don't for whatever reason, if I do have one, because I don't even know, then I'll take the antibiotics. I don't know, it's hell, guys. It is hell. Like, someone help me. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the verge of like crying, and I need a big hug. I literally just need a big giant hug. And also, I've been doing some yoga for my digestive health, and yoga's actually been working. It's been pretty good. I've actually been enjoying it. I actually want to get into manifestations, like manifesting things that I want, you know, like stuff like that. I want to get into that. I forgot to buy a notebook. That's what I was gonna do, and I didn't buy a notebook. I'm just like, really? So I completely forgot that when I was at the store. So I want to get into manifestation and a lot of like healing. Also, I want to start healing spiritually, because I know a lot of the anxiety and stress can also trigger digestive problems. Not only like diet and stuff like that. I know it's a lot of stress and anxiety that's triggering my stomach issues, because I know a doctor years ago asked me if I do stress a lot, and I was like, yeah, because he did so many other tests, and he's like, I think your stomach problems are coming from your stress. And I highly do think so, as well as my bad eating habits. So I can blame myself on my bad eating habits. So I'm definitely going to be working on myself, guys, a lot. So it might not be as consistent on YouTube. I apologize. But I'm just in a lot of pain right now. I know I don't look like it right now because I'm good at hiding it. I'm good at acting like everything is fine when it's not. But yeah, I'm just gonna be focusing on myself. I'm gonna be doing some yoga, trying to eat healthier, hopefully fix my digestive problems. As for the urine infections, I don't even know. I frequently get them, which is really annoying. So I don't know, I just feel out of options. I'm in support groups on Facebook, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. At this point, I kind of feel like going into therapy. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of going into therapy, but I feel like I need it because I'm just a mess, and I don't even know if I'm okay right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay. And I'm trying not to cry right now, but it's just so stressful. But yeah, it's just really stressful. Thank you guys for being really patient with me. I'm gonna update you all with my health stuff, you know. I like to show you all my ups and downs. Like, I really do. I don't mind showing my ups and downs because I feel like social media focuses too much on being perfect, and you know, we're all not perfect. And I feel like I want to be someone that anybody can relate to, I guess. And if anybody out there is struggling just like me, it helps me to know that I'm not alone going through a lot of bull stuff in life right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated with my health issues. I'll do my best to do videos, but I can't promise you guys anything at the moment. I know I'm not going to be consistent with streaming or makeup videos, so I apologize. But I know you guys are understanding and very patient with me, and I want to thank you all so much for that. Oh, another thing before I end this video, one thing that does make me happy, and I feel like I could look at this in a positive way, my bloating actually went away, and I'm really, really happy because the bloating was so bad. And I'm doing my best to look at this in a positive way. I know what I'm going through is hard. I know the pain is really hard. But this just opened my eyes onto making better choices with my eating habits. And in a way, I kind of feel like this probably had to happen. This whole health issues had to happen for me to take a break from content and for me to focus on me, focus on like everything that's like going on, especially spiritually. You know, in a way, like, despite it being horrible, I'm trying to look at this as a positive way, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think about how much I'm gonna change my eating habits from now on to have a better digestive system, have a better health. You know, like, I'm gonna be extra careful with what I eat now because I wasn't eating healthy. Like, I would eat a lot of fast food, a lot of pizza, because I love pizza, and I get really constipated easily. Like, I'm like really sensitive with my stomach, so I blame myself for where I end up, for basically where I'm at right now because of all the bad eating habits. But like I said, despite it being sad, you know, I could at least think of this as a positive way. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I get really sad because I see a lot of people like going out and just enjoying life, you know, and I can't do that. Like, my boyfriend will invite me somewhere, like, hey, let's go to this place. Like, he actually invited me to go out to eat with him and like one of his friends, but I can't go because it's like a noodle place and I can't eat noodles, so I can't go. And plus I'm always sick, so this is where I'm at all the time, in my room. This is what I gotta like live with, I guess. And I've always had health issues. Like, even when I was a kid, I always had health issues. There's not a single day where I am okay, where I feel healthy. There is not a single day I feel healthy. You know? So, I think that's what makes me really sad, because I see everybody living their life and, you know, graduating from college or stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy for them. I'm not jealous or anything. I'm really happy for them. But it's just something that I wish I could do. Like, I wish I could do all these things, but I can't, because I have health problems and I can't live a normal life like other people. And yeah, sure, everybody has it worse than me. I know other people have it way worse than me, but it doesn't mean that what I'm going through isn't valid, or what I feel isn't valid, because it still sucks, you know? Like, I can't do things like normal people can, and that's what hurts me the most. But, yeah, so, anyways, I should end this video because it's been so long, and I don't want to, like, cry. I'm already, like, crying, and you can tell I'm trying to be happy. Okay. But, yeah, so I'm not going to be as consistent with YouTube. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I get better soon. That way I could start working on stuff, because it's driving me crazy. I don't like to sit around and rest and do nothing. Like, I like to keep myself busy. I like to do things. Like, the only thing I could do is just yoga, but that's it. But there's so much that I want to do and I can't do, and it's driving me crazy. I like to keep busy. I'm a busy person. Like, I love being busy, you know, but I can't do that right now. So, keep me in your prayers, guys. Or if you don't believe in God, you know, send me positive vibes, you know, stuff like that. So, thank you all for watching. I apologize that this was an emotional video. I'm just going through so much. Yeah, sorry it was a long video, but see you all next time, hopefully.